Welcome back to Genomics Genesis. Did you know that over 1 billion species are currently at risk of extinction? Biodiversity is the variety of life on Earth and it's essential for our survival. In this video, we'll be exploring how we can conserve biodiversity based on Class 11 Biology Chapter 1, that is, Diversity in the Living World. So, without any further delay, let's get started. But before we get started, we need to understand why we need to conserve biodiversity. Biodiversity is more than just a collection of plants and animals. It provides us with ecosystem services like clean air, water, soil fertility, and pollination. It also gives us food, medicine, and raw materials for industries. Beyond practical uses, it has an ethical, aesthetic, and cultural value. Preserving biodiversity ensure a healthy planet for future generations. There are some major threats to biodiversity, such as habitat loss and fragmentation, overexploitation, such as overharvesting, invasive alien species, pollution, climate change, epidemics, that is, disease outbreaks, human population growth, and overconsumption. Conservation of biodiversity. What are the importance of conservation? I have already said you earlier. Now, there are two types of conservation mainly. The first one is in situ conservation, that is on site conservation, and the second one is ex situ conservation, that is off site conservation. First, let's look at in situ conservation. This means protecting the species in the natural habitat. It helps maintain entire ecosystem and allows species to evolve naturally. Key examples in India include national parks like the Jim Corbett National Park, where human activity is strictly limited, wildlife sanctuaries such as Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary, which protects specific species, biosphere reserves like Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve, which conserve large areas of land and promote sustainable development. Sacred groves in Meghalaya and Rajasthan protected by local communities for cultural reasons. In situ conservation is crucial because it preserves the interaction between species and their environment. Next is the ex situ conservation or off-site conservation, where species are protected outside their natural habitat. This is often a last resort for critically endangered species. Examples include zoological parks like Delhi Zoo, where animals are bred in captivity, botanical gardens, such as the botanical gardens in Kolkata, preserving rare plants, seed banks, like the National Bureau of Plant Genetic Resources in New Delhi, storing seeds for future use. Cryopreservation, where gametes, embryos, or tissues are frozen for long term storage. Ex situ conservation allows us to save species that might otherwise disappear in the wild and provides a backup for future restoration. Key strategies and initiatives. There are some major Indian initiatives. India has launched several important conservation initiatives. Project Tiger, started in 1973, protects tigers and their habitats in dedicated reserves. Project Elephant focuses on plant elephant conservation and reducing human elephant conflict. India is also a red data book which documents endangered species to help prioritize conservation efforts. India's biodiversity hotspots include the Western Ghats, Himalayas, Indo-Burma region, and Sundarland, which are rich in species but also is under threat. There are some international efforts too. Globally, several conventions and organizations work to protect biodiversity. The Convention on Biological Diversity, that is CBD, launched in the year 1992, is an international treaty to conserve biodiversity and promote sustainable use. CITES regulates international trade in endangered species, preventing overexploitation. The IUCN Red List is a global database that tracks the status of threatened species. Now, how the students or we, the people, can help in the conservation of biodiversity. Students like you can play a big role in conservation. Here are some simple actions. We can plant trees and join afforestation drives in your community, reduce plastic use, recycle and choose sustainable products, spread awareness about endangered species and conservation laws, join conservation clubs or citizen science projects like bird counts or butterfly monitoring. Support eco friendly tourism and avoid products made from endangered species. Every small step counts, and together we can make a big difference. To summarize, biodiversity is vital for our planet, and conservation is essential. We learned about in situ as well as ex situ conservation, key Indian and international initiatives, and how students can contribute. Let's all do our part to protect the variety of life on Earth. Now we'll be discussing few questions and answers which are important for your exams. You can note down the questions in your notebook and comment down your answers in the comment box below. These are some true and false questions. The first question is, in situ conservation involves protecting species outside their natural habitats. Mention me whether this statement is a true statement or a false statement. The second question is, ex situ conservation includes zoos and botanical gardens. The third question is, Project Tiger was launched in the year 1973 in India. The fourth question is, biodiversity hotspots are areas with low species richness and no endemism. The fifth question is, cryopreservation is used to store seeds at room temperature. The sixth question is, sacred groves are examples of community-based conservation. The seventh question is, Red Data Book is published by the World Health Organization. The eighth and the last question is, CITES regulates international trade in endangered species. If you found this video helpful, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel, that is Genomics Genesis, for more biology content. Thanks for watching.